do. I am focusing this season of my life on, mompreneurs, women who are experiencing chaos in their business and their family, and they just need a little bit more calm, and they want to reach peak performance, right? Because I mean, who wants to not operate at their optimal levels? I know I don't. I want to get everything that God has for me, and that means that we have to get on this journey that we're on. And so I want to just welcome you once again. I'm so excited to have you all joining me for this event. Again, make sure you're following me on social media at Des360, because I absolutely love helping people manage stress. This is one of the things that I talk about when I speak with women is, managing stress and finding your calm, because the reality is we're going to be stressed out about something, right? There's always going to be something that's going to stress us out and catch us off guard. And so, just to set the expectations for today or for tonight, if you have any questions during our time together, please feel free to drop them in the chat. Now, I won't respond to everything because I like to also respect your time. I like to make sure you guys know the drill. I'm on time, on target, and on task. And so I'm going to try to get through this thing. Let me see, 30 minutes. You think I can do it? Let's see, will it be possible to post the link again? Joined a little late. Let's see. Here is the link. Let me get the link for you. Let me just copy and paste it real quick. I'll put it back in the chat again. There's the link, love. Thank you so much for joining me. The link is in the chat. If you're just joining, this is a freebie for tonight. So if you have any questions on our time, drop them in the chat. I'll try to acknowledge the questions, but don't stop putting the questions, because if I find that there's a question that is absolutely a question that I definitely want to answer for you, I'll reach out to you directly. I have all of your contact information. And so we're going to get started. Let's go. Let's get started by talking about the negative effects of stress. We're going to talk about the negative effects of stress. And so the stress response, you guys know I like to go deep. And so if you're first time here, I like to give you some practical things, but I also like to present what is, research found. And so just want to let you know that this is not just the type of webinar where you just get my opinion. My opinion is amazing, but it doesn't stand on anything if I don't have any research to back it up. And so, how I like to do, I like for you to focus and not look at me and my earrings twisting in my ear and looking at the things behind me. And if my jacket is crooked, so I'm gonna hop off the screen and we're going to get this going. Welcome to Webinar Wednesday. We're going to kick it off by talking about the symptoms of stress. And so the stress response is a protective mechanism. However, when the stress response does not turn off, negative effects can impact overall health. And so I found this on webmd.com, and I know that's not necessarily the most valid source, but they have compiled a list of emotional, physical, cognitive, and behavioral symptoms of stress. And emotional symptoms of stress means that, you can become easily agitated, frustrated, and moody, right? So I know I'm not just talking about myself, because that's me. When I begin to get stressed out, I become easily agitated. Triggered is a word that I like to use. I'm getting triggered, frustrated, and moody. Sometimes you begin to feel overwhelmed, lonely, and worthless, and sometimes even depressed, and having difficulty relaxing or quieting your mind, right? And we even sometimes like to avoid others. And so if I am in your house right now, in your car, on your phone, your mobile device, on your screen, and this sounds like you, go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments. You guys know I love to get engagement during the webinar. I don't like to talk to myself because I know this already, right? Yes, ma'am. On time, on task, on purpose. I didn't remember where I got that from. It must have been you. Yes, Jamise. Task, target, and time with purpose. Yes, ma'am. That is all me, all day, every day. And so what are some consequences, though, of long-term stress? Because, we say that, especially as women, and I think I have a couple guys on here. My husband's here. He's always here wherever I am. He is, and vice versa. So I know he's on here listening in. But the consequences of long-term stress. I mean, we say that a lot as women that, I'm stressed. But prolonged stress can cause or exacerbate many serious health problems, okay? And so some common issues include mental health problems such as depression, like I mentioned before, anxiety and personality disorders. And for those of you who don't know, I've shared several times over, like I used to really suffer from anxiety a whole lot. And a lot of that was because I was stressed out. I was living that single mom life trying to make it happen. And so I was stressed, okay? Also, you can talk about cardiovascular disease, including heart disease, high blood pressure, abnormal heart rhythms, heart attacks, and stroke, obesity and other eating disorders, menstrual problems, sexual dysfunction such as impotence and premature ejaculation in men, and loss of sexual desire in both men and women, okay? Skin and hair problems, acne, psoriasis, eczema, there are a lot of different, and even permanent hair loss, ladies. And so for me, one of the signs that I had was my hair thins out in a certain spot in my hair every time I'm overly stressed. And I didn't realize it was something that was happening as a result of stress until my stylist, I started having babies, and she took note. The more kids I had, the more thin, and I have a lot of hair on my head, guys. There's a lot of hair up here. But nonetheless, guess what started happening? The more stressed I became, the thinner my hair got in that particular spot. Okay, so we talked about kind of the effects of stress and the long-term effects and what stress is and how it affects us. But let's talk about some techniques for stress release, because I don't want to leave you here with just the symptoms, right? And I don't want to leave you here with just the consequences of stress, because a lot of you are here because you are already experiencing stress and you already know what that life is. So what can I do about it? So again, while stress is inevitable, the goal is to find practical ways to relieve some stress. And fortunately, I have simple but highly effective stress release techniques that I'll be sharing with you throughout our webinar on tonight. And so the technique we're about to discuss right now includes eating better. Okay, so I know I have some women on here that are in the health field, the health and wellness field, and they are serious about their wealth. If that's you, and if you're trying to get on the right track with your health and you know that that is the issue for you, go ahead and drop the number 1 in the comments and let me know, like, hey, I know that's me. I need to eat better. Exercise techniques, right? So, you know, health is not just about relieving stress isn't just about only eating well, but it's also about your exercise techniques, your social activities, right? Stepping out into nature, being mindful, breathing, travel, and much more. So you feel happier, calmer, and more motivated by turning the raw energy of fear and worry into useful, positive energy for good. And so we're going to talk about those things. And the first thing up is, again, superfoods. We're talking about what we eat, what we put in our bodies. And stress eating is nothing new. However, eating the wrong foods when we're stressed can make things worse. The combination of junk food and stress is particularly harmful. Ladies, I know I'm not the only one who wants to, you know, go grab some ice cream, cookies and cream. Y'all know that's my weakness. I love it. And I just love it. And so when I'm stressed, I want to eat it. When I'm happy, I want to eat it. Okay. And so Kristen Ashbacher, she's a doctor, and she found that women are eating a similar diet, but with varying stress levels respond differently to what they ate. So she reports that there appears to be a stress pathway that works through diet. For example, it could be similar to what we see in animals, where fat cells grow faster in response to junk food when the body is chronically stressed. So instead of reaching for a high sugar, high fat comfort foods when we're stressed, try something healthy. And so here's some ideas. Now, I'm not just talking to myself. Somebody said they want some vanilla bean ice cream right now. See what I'm saying? I'm not the only one. So because ice cream affects my body in one way doesn't mean it'll affect your body in the same way. And so you got to be cognizant of what you're putting in your body and making sure you're not playing the comparison game like, well, they stress eat and they're okay. Well, that may not have the same effects for you. And so dark leafy greens are rich in folate, which aids the body's production of mood regulator neurotransmitters. And so when you're stressed, I'm going to talk about some different foods you can eat. But fermented foods and beverages such as kefir, you know, those drinks, they sell them in Target. I think they're pronounced kombucha, and sauerkraut improve gut health, which is considered our second brain. Now, I've been doing some research on this, and one of my Thrive Tribe moms just actually sent me some product today that I can't wait to try tomorrow. And it's all about gut health. And many mood boosting chemical messengers are produced in the gut. I'm gonna say that again. Many mood boosting chemical messengers are produced in the gut. And so keeping the gut functioning properly would naturally improve mood and reduce stress. Okay. Yes, it will. You will naturally boost your mood. And so omega-3 fats, EPA and DHA, play a role in your emotional well-being, reducing anxiety and depression. Okay. So if you're suffering from anxiety and depression, you might want to up your intake to some omega-3 fatty acids and EPA and DHA. These healthy fats are found in salmon. I love salmon. I eat it any kind of way. I throw it on the grill. I do it in my air fryer. I bake it. I sear it on the stove. I mean, there is probably no way I have not had salmon. Okay. Sardines. Now, I'm not a big sardine fan, but I grew up with my granny, so I've had them. Okay. I know I'm not the only one who's eating sardines out there. Okay. And then anchovies. Now, I don't eat anchovies either, but you know, you pick your poison. Okay. Avocados also provide healthy fats as well as essential health boosting nutrients, including potassium, vitamin E, B vitamins, and folate. And I absolutely love avocado. Somebody said, I love sardines. Oh my God, ambiance. Okay, girl. I haven't had them in forever. Like, I just remember the smell. Jesus Christ. But another thing that you can eat, right? Superfoods. We're talking about superfoods here, are blueberries. Okay, so blueberries are another superfood due to the pigment that give the berries their deep color called hydrocyanins. These powerful antioxidants aid dopamine production in the brain. We know what dopamine is, guys. Dopamine is crucial in mood boosting and stress release. So it's your happy brain chemical that you want more of. It's that thing that is produced when you see that food that you want, when you talk about that food. Perhaps it's not just food that produces dopamine for you. Maybe it's your spouse. When I see my spouse, I produce dopamine because it's my happy, I'm saying, I'm in my happy place. Okay. And then you have this is so take a screenshot. Oh no, so my slide, guys. Okay. So I'm going to have to give y'all this recipe because I didn't realize this slide was not showing properly. But this is a recipe to a salad, and it's a broccoli, avocado, and lime salad. So if y'all want this recipe, just DM me and I can send it to you. But not only is this salad backed with stress-fighting nutrients, but it's also simple to make and delicious. So I can read it out to you real quick. And again, if you want it, just DM me, or you know what? Let me copy and paste it in the chat. Hold on. Let's see if I can get this typed out. You know what? DM me, because I don't want to be off time trying to DM y'all something in the chat for a recipe. But it includes 3 avocados, 1.5 broccoli heads, a handful of fresh coriander. And then for the dressing, it's just the juice of 3 limes, 2 tablespoons of tahini, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then you use some tamari or some soy sauce, and then honey or pure maple syrup, and a sprinkle of salt. And so if you want this recipe, let me know. I'll get it to you. It's real simple. And this is a really delicious recipe. And if you don't know what some of these items are, do what I did and just Google them, and you'll get pictures, and you'll be able to, go to your local grocery store and take a look at them. And so another recipe is the blueberry banana spelt muffins, and the ingredients are on the screen. I'm not going to read through them because you're all educated here. You all can read because guess what? You were able to make it to the Zoom call. So that means you read how to get here. So if you're interested in making these muffins, go ahead and give them a try. I even put on there the ingredients and how to make them specifically. So, you're going to pour the ingredients together, you're wet and you dry, separate them. It's a whole deal. So take a screenshot. I'm gonna leave it here for a second. All right. And when you're ready, just put in the chat, you're ready. You're ready. I know some people may be driving. My husband's about, he loves them. I don't know anything I make that he doesn't love. Well, there was a few things that I experimented with. I like to try recipes. All right, guys. And so the next thing is nothing beats a good workout. So I'm going to share with y'all something. I am on a journey. So I started this journey last year and I fell off, because that's what we do. We fall off, but that's okay. You just fail fast, you fail often, you fail forward. So what I did was I went ahead and decided to get back on the horse. What are you talking about, this? I just started my new workout routine that includes me having to be up at 4 a.m. so that I can actually be at the gym with my personal trainer at 5 a.m. Y'all better show me some love in the comments. Y'all better say go Des in the comments, because let me tell you, I'm sitting up here barely awake with y'all right now. So if y'all hear me stumbling, today was the first day. And let me tell you, I am feeling every bit of it. If you guys know me, you know that I am not an early riser. I am not an early riser. Now I'm a night owl. So if I'm texting you at 1 a.m., that's me. But waking up for 4 a.m. to go meet with a trainer at a gym, and I gotta leave my house. Y'all know I'm on something else. I'm on a new level. Okay. So yes. So thank you for that right there. But hold on, guys. Let's go back. So working out. Let's go here. I can hear the excuses that I made already. And I know I'm not the only one that was making excuses, but trust me, even just 10 minutes at a time can help you relieve pent up stress. Now, what I did used to do is we have a workout machine by Bowflex called an M5. It's a max trainer. And so I did used to get on there, and it's upstairs. And so I would just hop on there even when I was on call. Sometimes I would just hop on there. It's kind of like an elliptical hybrid. And so it would help me. I would get on there, do a quick 15 minutes because they have like really quick workouts on there. And so I would feel better, right? So working out doesn't have to be something you dread. I'm talking to myself here. Like I'm just preaching to myself. There are tons of options out there, and I guarantee there's something out there for you. And so for me right now, in this season of my life, I need accountability who is not my husband. I'm sorry, babe. I'm just going to tell the world. I don't want you to be my accountability partner for working out. Well, you can be my accountability partner, but I don't want you to be my coach, okay? My trainer. Not for working out. Okay, he does a great job. Everybody else loves him, but I'm like, no, babe, don't tell me that. No, because he's telling the truth and I don't want to hear from him. But anyway, not only will exercise help stop your stress in its tracks, but it can also help keep stress levels low the next time you encounter a stressful situation. And so 7 out of 10 adults in the United States say they experience stress or anxiety daily. 7 out of 10, that's 70%. So say hypothetically, we have 10 people on this call right now. 7 of y'all have experienced some type of stress or anxiety today. If that's you, say me. Stress or anxiety today. Let's just take a poll. I'm just going to wait for a few answers. I'm not going to wait long, but go ahead and drop in the chat. Me. Okay. Wow. Everybody, me. It's ridiculous. So let's work through this, guys. Exercise is the most recommended stress reduction method by healthcare professionals. Okay. Oh boy, some of you are experiencing first day of school. You have kids. Exercise, guys. Not having a glass of wine, not smoking nothing, not drinking nothing, not watching garbage TV, not eating cookies and cream, ice cream. I'm always preaching to myself. Working out, exercise. And so exercise and other physical activity boosts chemicals in the brain that act as natural painkillers called endorphins, which improve the ability to sleep and reduce stress. I know I'm going to be knocked out tonight. I cannot wait to hit my bed. Okay, let me tell y'all. So what's stopping you from getting moving? Drop in the chat right now. I love to know what's stopping you from getting moving. You could just drop some quick comments, you know, if it's your schedule, if it's your lifestyle, if it's your budget, if it's, you know, your time management, what's stopping you from getting moving? I'll share my experience. My experience, which was also an excuse, is that I didn't have time because I found time to do everything else. And so what I realized and what I teach all the time is that you make time for what's important to you. And what made me have to go to this place right now is because the more I work, the more I build this business, the more mental capacity I'm going to have in order to show up as my best self for my clients and those whom I serve. And the only way that I'm going to reach that and do that is if I show up as a whole me, the best version of me. And I've always been kind of an athlete, if you will. You know, I was always working out between track and cheer. I'm talking about early elementary all the way through college. And so that's the one thing I've been missing. So living in Chicago is stopping me. Yeah. So living in Chicago, the whole fear of going outside sometimes. Okay, so we have to implement some things in the house. Don't worry, I've got some stuff for you too. I've got some things you could do right inside. And that was the perfect segue because here are 10-minute total body workouts. The idea, guys, is to just get started doing something. You have to get started doing something. And so take a screenshot. And these are just some quick workouts I found. And there's a bunch of them. Like if you don't want to do these, if you have knee problems, if you have whatever, you know, your back hurts, whatever, you know, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. So make sure, you know, if you can't do these things, please don't say Dad told me to do them and you come with me with some type of lawsuit. So yes, severe asthma and allergies, just didn't want to, working on it now. Yes, I am a severe allergy sufferer as well. I actually used to get allergy shots on a twice a week basis. So I understand. And as an adult, my allergies have improved a little bit. But here goes some workouts right here. Did y'all take a screenshot? Drop the word screenshot in the comments. Go ahead and drop screenshot. I need to know you're getting this. Don't come in here 2 weeks from now and say you're still not working out. You're not doing nothing. 10 minutes. Say screenshot. I didn't see nobody put screenshot yet. See, y'all ain't right. When I was talking about eating, y'all took screenshots. All right, there you go. Screenshot. Okay, there we go. There you go. Let me know you're getting these workouts, okay? So make sure you're tailoring these things to your fitness levels. Do some V-ups. If you don't know what this stuff is, Google it. Y'all, everything's on Google. Stop making excuses. And don't come inboxing me asking me what's a V-up. I'm not demonstrating it, okay? So yoga, Tai Chi and Pilates, right? So many cultures have enjoyed the stress relieving benefits of yoga, Tai Chi, and Pilates for decades. Yoga involves a series of moving and stationary poses timed to the breath. And yoga also helps strengthen your body's natural relaxation response through the mind-body connection. I did another webinar earlier this year talking about the mind-body connections, okay? There are many variations of yoga, such as gentle yoga for beginners. That would be me, okay? I don't like no yogi. That's what I call it. My husband's frat brother, he is a yoga instructor. So if you're interested, and he does things virtually. So if this is something you're interested in, shoot me a DM, shoot me a text, and I can get you his information. He's amazing. Yogi just not for me in this stage of my life. I can't sit still and be quiet and not think for that long, okay? But don't take my advice. You try it. If you've not tried it, you try it. Maybe I need to work on it, okay? But there are many variations. And so they have the gentle yoga for beginners, and then they have power yoga for more advanced students wanting to sweat, right? And so Tai Chi then moves, Tai Chi moves are similar to yoga, providing a series of self-paced, flowing body movements and breathing techniques meant to calm the mind. So maybe I'm doing the wrong workout, because I do need to calm my brain at night, right? Okay. Pilates is designed to build your strength, flexibility, and endurance, making this workout a great stress reliever. And these exercises are perfect, okay? They are perfect for all ages and fitness levels. So this is a great idea if you want to involve your entire family in your workout journey, your process, right? And so once you learn these moves, you can practice them anywhere at any time. That's the beauty of like yoga, Tai Chi, and Pilates. I have a uncle back in Chicago who used to avidly, I'm not sure if he still does with the crime rate as it is, but he used to go into the parks in Chicago and just do Tai Chi for hours on time, okay? And then you also have martial arts. So some people prefer a fast-paced workout. That's me. Martial arts provides an effective way to release energy, frustration, and tension. Yes, I used to love kickboxing and things like that. Someone says Tai Chi is wonderful and calming. Go on, Jamise. I can't do that. My mind be going too fast. I want to get it over with. So different styles of martial arts have gained popularity over the years, and classes have been popping up in gyms everywhere. So if you look for like Krav Maga, karate, judo, taekwondo, or kickboxing. So kickboxing was my thing. I actually have a bag here at the house, and I like to hit the bag every once in a while. Got my gloves and stuff. They pink and purple, they cute. And so, it just motivates me to hit the bag. Sometimes I'm stressed out, frustrated, hit the bag feels good. And so these workouts involve controlled punching and kicking movements to provide a rigorous workout. They are a great way to work out frustration and release anger, or to relieve stress. In addition to the physical benefits, martial arts teaches you self-discipline. And the self-defense techniques you learn can make you feel safer while getting stronger at the same time. So it's kind of like a win-win. And I actually used to also take kickboxing classes outside of the home. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And then if that's not for you, if you need like the team approach, go ahead, team sports. Find some team sports in your local area or start one. So team sports activities offer numerous stress relieving benefits. Not only do you get the benefits from the physical activity, but you also get social support benefit as well. And some of us need that. So having something to look forward to is a great way to help alleviate stress throughout the day. So maybe you just start something with your family. If you're in a house with a large family, or 4 or more, something like that, grab the family or a group of friends and join a league in your area and just get out and play, whatever that sport is, on a Sunday afternoon, maybe after church, if that's what you do. But some popular team activities could include, tennis, even though you're doing it by yourself. Typically, people are playing tennis with other people, golfing, frisbee and golf, frisbee golf, volleyball, kickball, softball, basketball. There's a bunch of them. So just Google some other team sports that you may be interested in starting with your family, with your kids, or with whomever. But the key here, guys, is to make sure you find something that you're going to actually enjoy. And then the great outdoors. Like, I wish that I can look like this lady when I'm outside, but I can't, because as I mentioned, my allergies are too bad. So again, these are just strategies. You gotta take the meat and leave the bone, guys. Figure out what works for you. The point is to get moving. Go ahead and drop get moving in the chat, because we're talking about stress relieving, but in order to relieve stress, you got to get moving. And so honestly, is there anything better than being outside on a beautiful day? I actually like outside, but again, I have things that kind of stop me from going outside. So But for people that don't have my issues, I want you to try incorporating a sunshine break into your daily routine. Now, I still do that. I can get up and I come out to my house and I go for a walk. I take the kids out. And so when you have more time, try to get to a park, a lake, a beach, etc. Now, I do love going by water, and we have some water nearby my home and in the back of our house. And so that is so calming for me if I can get to the water. Actually, anywhere that nature is abundant for me works well, especially when water is present. And there sure is something calming and soothing, just about getting outside, even if it's in your backyard, just to get out of your house, get some fresh air, connect with Jesus. And then, yes, going to the lakefront. Yes, I do miss going to the lakefront at home. So don't forget to leave your phone behind, though, or at the very least, put it on do not disturb mode to avoid the temptation to check emails, social media, or return calls. Now, that's kind of where, I draw a fine line, because I don't hardly ever have my phone away from me for various reasons. But I don't work when I'm outside to the point of stress and frustration. I don't let it interfere with my relaxation, because I actually enjoy a lot of the work that I do. So I don't always feel like I'm working, if that makes sense. And so again, going for a walk, sitting quietly and taking in the sights and sounds around you, or, bring your favorite book to read, make a picnic for yourself. The point is to get outside and leave your stress behind. That's just the point. And then taking a dance break. So I give my kids dance breaks because they do a lot of academic things in the morning. They're learning most of the morning, and then, it's playtime, but they need brain breaks. And so we just play Jumpin' Jay is one of their jams. And so I'm going to ask you, do you dance? Do you dance? Whatever kind of dance that is. My husband and I used to actually take professional dance classes, and it was something that we probably need to get back into. We enjoyed it totally. We actually did a ballroom dance for our wedding reception. And so, either way, try cranking up your favorite music and just move. Just move, guys. No one's watching. And if they are, so what? You can even just blast music while doing chores around the house and see how it makes you feel. Music always makes you feel better if you're listening to the right kind of music. And if that's not for you, try taking a class, right? So there are tons of options, both to learn on your own and with your partner, if you're married or you have a significant other, or maybe even just your kids. Get out of your comfort zone and you will soon forget about all the stress around you. And so dancing and stress relief have been linked through numerous research studies. And when the body feels good, so does the mind. Your body feels good, your mind feels good. And so dance has been shown to offer a creative outlet for people to express their personalities in a safe environment. Finally, dancing boosts your physical health as well. Why do you think they have all those dance classes popping up everywhere? All types of Zoom and everything else. Because you feel good and you're actually moving. And so mindfulness and meditation, any activity that you perform where you stay fully present, completely and non-judgmentally rooted in the now, can count as a mindfulness meditation technique. So, I think it's safe to say that I've connected with most of you on here. And so prayer for us, right, is one of those mechanisms that we use to alleviate stress and just be still. So to get some practice, here are a few techniques I want you to try. Okay, so here's some techniques. You can use sound as a meditation technique. So for me, that translates into gospel music. I can just focus in on God and what he's doing for me and what he's done for me. Try sitting outside and focus on all different sounds. So, if you're in your backyard, if you have a swing on your front porch or whatever that looks like for you. And as thoughts drift in, I want you to simply acknowledge them and return to the sounds of nature. You can also listen to chimes of a gong recording. So I don't know if you guys have heard about the sound frequencies that create certain moods in your life, but you can do more research there. If that's something that you enjoy doing. And then of course, YouTube has great soundscapes you can listen to as you practice mindfulness. So you can just literally go to YouTube and put in soundscapes. And so also, if you're interested, there's one that I found that is called Mindfulness Bell, and it's on YouTube. It's a 5-minute mindfulness meditation. And if you're interested in more sounds, let me know, because I actually have some other, things that I found I can send over to you. But the Tibetan healing sounds is one of them. Rain. We actually use rain to help our kids go to sleep. And believe it or not, when I can't rest, I actually put on rain. Oh my God. So someone says, it's like, I know all of what you're saying, I'm just not doing it. What's that about? Okay, we need to explore why you aren't doing it. There's a blockage in your mindset. Even though you know it, sometimes there's a disconnect between knowing something and doing it. And what that is simply most of the time boils down to is your belief about it. So knowing something doesn't mean you believe it. right? Knowing is at the base of knowledge, and education is the bottom tier of academic, the world of academia. And if I have any educators, you know what I'm talking about. To know something is absolutely just base level, okay? And so we have to make a connection between what you know and what you believe about it, right? Because that's a belief system. And then why aren't you doing it? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Bloom's taxonomy. You already know. Okay. And so let's talk about focused breathing. Focused breathing. Okay. So breathing is an automatic process. However, we rarely use our full lung capacity. And so I want to just ask, when is the last time you took a purposeful breath? I can share with you that this morning's workout was very kind of frustrating to a degree because I couldn't get my breathing right. When to exhale, when to inhale, all of that. I started like losing my thought process because I literally was trying to focus on when am I supposed to be inhaling versus exhaling? And not to mention, I've never had the best breath, I guess, if you call it, if you will, anyway, right? And so breathing is just one of those things we don't think about, and for good reason, because God has given us the ability for it to just happen. So thank God for that. But if we had to actually remember to breathe, we'd never get anything done. But our automatic breathing setting is shallow. Okay. So taking long, deep, controlled breaths resets the brain and triggers the relaxation response. And there are many different breathing techniques. The beauty of controlled breathing is that it can be practiced from anywhere. Okay. So we're going to try a few and see which one works best for you. So the first one is called equal breathing. It's called equal breathing. And this control technique involves equal lengths for both inhale and exhales. So to start, try counting to 4 on each inhalation and exhalation. As you breathe deeper, you may be able to work your way to a count of 6 or maybe even 8, okay? So take several equal breaths and feel the relaxation through your entire body. If you're able to do that right now, I want you to practice it. You're gonna inhale for 4 counts and then exhale for 4 counts. Okay, did you do it with me? Yes, did you do it? Because I just did it. So you're gonna do that over and over again, and then the several equal breaths and feel the relaxation through your entire body. So that's equal breathing. The next one I want to point out to you is progressive relaxation. And this technique involves tensing and relaxing different parts of the body. So you start with the toes and feet, and as you inhale, tighten the area you are focused on. So if you're your toes, your feet, and as you exhale, relax the muscle group and work your way up through the entire body. So I'll say that again, okay? You're going to start with the toes and the feet, okay? You're going to tense the toes and feet. And as you inhale, tighten that area and focus on that area. And then as you exhale, relax that area. And you just work your way up your body, okay? So that's the progressive relaxation. And then you have what's called the skull shining breath. And this is a little more advanced. And so I'm gonna walk you through it, okay? This one is said to work wonders. I'm gonna just say that. So you begin with a long, slow inhale, followed by a quick, powerful exhale generated from the lower belly. So I'll say that again. This one is a little more advanced. So again, you're going to begin with a long, slow inhale, followed by a quick, powerful exhale generated from the lower belly. So as you become comfortable with this movement, you up the pace to 1 inhale, exhale all through the nose every 1 to 2 seconds for a total of 10 breaths. So I'll read the names of them again. This is called the skull shining breath. The one right before was the progressive relaxation, and then the other was equal breathing. So if you're a newbie, I will start out with equal breathing. And then travel, okay, travel. You may not have thought of traveling as a stress relief technique because a lot of times travel can be appearing as something that is stressful because you got to make the reservations, you got to make sure you get your budgets together. If you have kids, you got to pack all this stuff. Maybe you need to go shopping. It's just a whole lot. But getting away from your stress can help you decompress and gain a new perspective. So just the act of planning a vacation keeps your mind off things that can stress you out, okay? So travel helps to relieve stress by exposing us to fresh air and sunshine. Vacations are the perfect time for play and relaxation, which decrease tension in itself. Okay, so travel also offers a certain amount of freedom. And when you're away, you don't have to stick to a specific schedule or worry about staying up too late or getting up early, right? Most of the time you're on vacation is there to solely relax. Unless you book your itinerary, which, I mean, don't do that. If you know you want to relax on this vacation, make sure you incorporate some relaxation time. And so in France and Britain, employers know the benefits of stress-free employees. And as a result, believe it or not, they offer more than double the vacation time than we have here in America. Now, I was like, I wish I was living over there when I had a regular 9-to-5 job. But so what are you waiting for? Okay, I want you to go ahead and 6 weeks, right? So go ahead and start planning your next trip. Another technique, guys, aromatherapy. I love aromatherapy. Absolutely love it. Essential oils. One of my favorite is lavender. And so essential oils contain powerful plant compounds to help alleviate numerous ailments, including stress relief. Essential oils can be used in a number of ways. In these applications, I suggest either diffusing the oil, right, or placing a few drops on cotton or mixing a few drops with coconut oil for topical application. You cannot apply 100% oil on your skin topically directly. You need to have a carrier oil like coconut oil. So don't just go out and get some oil and rub it all on yourself, okay? Rosemary not only smells great, but it can help reduce cortisol levels, making it ideal for stress relief. And then lavender offers mild sedative and calming effects. And lavender is commonly used to help promote sleep too, okay? And so I use it all over. My kids use it. You have to try it, okay? They have spray, they have bed pillow. I mean, like for your pillows, you could spray. Like there are so many different options that you have in terms of aromatherapy. Then they have, I might be pronouncing this, y'all. I'm gonna just tell you, Ylang has also been found to promote calmness and reduce stress, making it a good option for unwinding and de-stressing at the end of a long day. And that's spelled Y-L-A-N-G, 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 Y-L-A-N-G. Then you have lemon oil, which is a powerful pick-me-up, providing antidepressant type effects to give you a boost throughout your day. You can enjoy oils that, again, diffuse in a home. They have them as car plug-ins now. Now, let me tell you, I love lavender so much. I was going to buy one for my car, and then I thought about it. Girl, you might fall asleep behind a wheel because I use it only most of the time to relax and to go to sleep. But I love the smell of it now because I use it all the time. You can also dilute a few drops to a carrier oil, like I mentioned, like coconut oil, olive oil, and apply to your temples, neck, and or your wrist. So how many of you actually use essential oils? Say me in the comments. Just drop me in the comments if you do. And let me know which one you like to use. I used it a whole lot when I was pregnant to help with my nausea as well. Yes, husband, you sure do, because you don't have a choice. It's all over everywhere in the house. Okay, and so then volunteering. So this is one of my favorite techniques. Volunteering can be a mental pick-me-up since it helps reduce anxiety and stress. Volunteering focuses you to change your focus. Volunteering forces you to change your focus. Sometimes all we need is a distraction to help get us out of a funk. And so doing something for others can change the way you feel about your life while helping to change others' lives at the same time. And so that is truly a win-win. You're getting out of a funk and you're helping someone else, right? Additionally, there really is nothing more powerful than gratitude. And so helping others and seeing the world through someone else's eyes cultivates an attitude of gratitude like none other, okay? Like none other. And so you will no doubt walk away with the realization that your stresses may have been blown out of proportion to begin with, okay? So volunteering. And then getting it all out. You guys know I always talk about this. Journaling. You have to journal. You have to stop carrying around all that stuff you're carrying around. Get it out. And sometimes the best remedy for stress is to remove the stress, period. This may mean physically removing the cause of stress from your life or resolving the issue itself. And if your stress gets worse when you can't find things, get organized. So if you know you get stressed out as soon as you can't find your keys, get a hook by the door. Get a little jar that you put by the door, a container of some sort, and put your keys there. Put your wallet there. Put whatever it is that you know you grab when you walk out the door. If paying for a gym membership you don't use is causing stress, cancel or put the membership on hold for a few months. Like, get rid of the stress, okay? So when the stress itself isn't an option, simply get it out of your head. When you can't remove the stress itself, so like you may be stressed out at work. Well, you can't necessarily quit your job. but you can't get it out of your head. And again, this goes back to journaling. This can be done by talking to a friend, a loved one, your coach, your counselor, or any other professional, whatever you use as a sounding board. I love therapy. I always talk about therapy. Talk therapy is a great way to relieve stress. Simply sharing your stress with someone else can help you gain a different perspective on what is stressing you out. And sometimes talking to a friend can help because they can relate in more ways than what you think, right? And they may actually have some suggestions. And yeah, someone says a good evening or before bed routine sets you up for an amazing next day. Yes. So being prepared the night before for what's to come sets you up to have a great day. And so also cognitive behavior therapy is a great technique for relieving chronic stress. A therapist would work with you to identify negative thoughts and behaviors and help you to correct them. However, the act of writing it out is sometimes enough. Sometimes you just need to get it out. You just want to get it out. And you could try keeping a journal and setting aside time daily to write out the things that are bothering you. Or again, you can start a gratitude journal to focus on positive aspects of life. And you should give it a try because remember, what you focus on grows. And so if you're only focusing on all the things that's stressing you out, guess what you're going to get more of? Stress. Come on, somebody. Y'all know what I was about to say. And so do you need more suggestions? Here are a bunch of them, okay? There's a bunch of them. They're right here. A bunch of them. Hug somebody. Go play a game. I don't know what game you play. Download, I don't know, something on your phone, a game. I don't even play games, but download one. Go have a picnic. Learn how to knit. So I don't know. Find something to do. Take your mind off the stress. Literally go and smell the roses. Now, I put that there because I can't really smell the roses, even though I do because it really affects my allergies. But again, go smell some roses, literally. Go smell some flowers in your backyard, okay? Cook your favorite food. I always love cooking when I'm feeling stressed out. Get organized. It's a bunch of them. Take a screenshot. I'm moving on. And so this is important because you have a lot of people depending on you. And I just want to show you part of my reason why. My husband's not on this picture because this was about the kids. But my why, part of my why is, I just want to pause right here because, I want you to think about how my life affects their life. And then I want you to replace my kids with your kids, your husband, or whatever it is that's your why. So this is an actual picture, but I want you to gain a mental picture, okay? And I love to look at them, but this isn't about them. Carter was so young. He was still nursing. And look at Chase on the floor. He probably was 1 in this picture, 2, CC 15. This was last year sometime. So they were almost a year. This is a year-old picture. But my why hasn't changed. And so because I want you to begin during this, right now, I want you to begin to think about how your stress is affecting the people around you. Then I want you to ask yourself, what have you taught them about managing stress? What have you taught your children? What example have you set? I'm pausing on purpose because I want you to really think about that. What about the other children that you impact? Maybe you have godchildren. Maybe you have grandchildren, nieces and nephews, students you work with. So if that question was too deep, let me simplify that. Have you spent time teaching your children how to deal with life? Because stress is a part of life. Am I the only one? I mean, I can't be talking to myself here. We all know that stress is a part of life. So have you actually had the conversation with your children yet? At their level, how to manage stress? These are important conversations to have, guys. And so I just wanted you to think about your why. As you're self-reflecting, I want you to think outwardly as well. And so I wanted to end it with your why, because life is bigger than just you. What you do affects so many other people. Who we are and who we become affects so many other people. And so it's important that no matter what place you are in on your journey, that you always step back and you think about why the next step is important. And so I really enjoyed our time together today. I want to thank you so much. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. If you want any of this information, let me know, DM me, text me, you know how to contact me. Know that I'm here for all of you. But I would love to know your number one takeaway from this experience. So you can go ahead and start dropping them in the chat. If you feel like you need support, this is my commercial break. I'll pause right here for a quick commercial break before I get to the absolute last slide. I want you to know that I've just created a brand new coaching program for mompreneurs. It's the blueprint that I wish I had when I first started as an entrepreneur and a business owner and a mom. And if you're interested in understanding how you can go from chaos to calm, from burnt out to refresh, from concept to completion and to just live a life that you have only dreamed about, then I want you to reach out to me. We can hop on a quick 15-minute call to see if this program is a fit for you, see where you are, and see if, not only if the program is a fit, but if you're a fit for my program. So it's not always that we'll work together in this capacity. Right now, this is a beta testing stage. And so I'm offering this at a different investment level. And so I love to chat with you. And if you know someone who's interested, I'm a word of mouth business. So, a mompreneur out there that just wants to get her life organized. She wants some harmony. She wants peace and profit. Have her reach out to me. Okay. So some of your comments. So I'm just reflecting, constantly encouraging to the children, de-stress